Should be fine there. Yeah, I think that's still fine. Just let me know if you can't see me. So welcome on YouTube as well. So this is a gym class, a little bit slower, restorative. So I want you to be prepared with maybe books or block if you have any, maybe a blanket or some pillows support, as it's going to be slow and restorative, and have some water as well, obviously. It's a slower flow on a Sunday evening, just to relax at the end of a week, another week in quarantine. So I want you to start by taking your toes, touching. So we're going to hold the pose longer in restorative than we normally do in a flow, vinyasa flow. So while you're on your knees, you're taking your hands forward as you sit back. Just try to relax into the mat. Start breathing slowly in through the nose and out through the nose. So this is a Balasana, child's pose. And we sit there in yoga. So just slow down your breath. Maybe you're letting your shoulders slowly hang, feeling relaxed. Feel our belly expand as you're breathing in. And as you exhale, feeling it drop. Maybe you want to set intention for today's class. Maybe thinking of loved ones. Maybe thinking where you are in this space for the next 60 minutes, what you want from this class. And I want you to slowly taking your right hand out to the side, and then let your left hand follow, and slowly taking the left hand across above the right, and just feel a stretch on the left side, the glutes. Just start to relax, still sitting back, and if possible, your bum cheeks touching your ankles. No strain, just relaxation. And slowly walk your hands back to center. And switch sides to your left. Taking your left hand out to the side, letting your right hand follow, and slowly taking the right hand on top of the left. Same here, just relaxing the shoulders, the side of your body, and the lower back. Slowly want to breathe in through the nose. Breath count to at least 4. And slowly breathing out on a breath count of 3. Then take one more cycle, breathing, and slowly come back to center, where your arms and back might feel more loose. And slowly coming up on your fingertips. So if you have any questions, as always, just type in the message box or DM me during the class or after. So from here, I want you to sit a little bit wider on the mat. Come down in our frog position, taking our feet slightly wide, knees wider. Just feel the lengthening a little bit. Taking it up on your fingertips. I think you can see them both. And taking the hands slightly forward, come to your elbows. And just see if you can relax here when you're slightly sitting back. Opening up those hip flexors. If you're feeling too much strain in your in pose, just ease back, retract. You want to basically let the gravity assist you. No force. All comes from breathing, slowing down, and just try to enjoy the moment and where the pose takes you. If this is too easy for you, always taking your full head to the floor. Take one more breath in, and then slowly coming up on your fingertips and slightly lean forward. So take your feet together, push back on one side, and slowly take yourself out of the pose. So when you stay longer in the pose, you might want to reset. So you should take it slowly, coming out of a pose. So from here, let's just grab our knees, massaging our spine a little bit. And then find some stillness. I'm going to come in my next pose, which is basically a twist, supine twist, but with our foot, knees wrapped. So if you can take your right foot or right knee across your left, maybe you can wrap it with your foot around the ankle. If that's not possible, just try to at least have it wrapped around your knee. And then take a breath in. And maybe you want to actually just take yourself a little bit to the right side. Take a breath in. And as you breathe out, you roll over the hip to the left side. Maybe taking your gaze and your right arm out. Try to keep the shoulders down to the floor. And just close your eyes. You don't have to push on that right knee. But you can just hold there, letting the breath assist you. This is good for the upper spine, the thoracic spine. And take one more breath in and breath out. And as you slowly breathe in again, just draw back to the center slowly. Unwrap the legs. Maybe you just want to have a swing a little bit with the legs from side to side. before you go into the other side. So then just find some stillness, maybe shuffle a little bit to the left. Take your left leg up, wrap it around the right leg. See if you can do with the left foot as well. If you can't, don't worry. It's all depending on how open your hips are. And then take a breath in. And as you exhale, slowly, you're going to roll over to the right, taking the left hand out to the side. Again, you don't have to hold a knee, you can just let the right arm loose as well. And if you feel too much in the neck, just look straight up instead of looking to the left arm. It's all variations of the pose that you can do. But wherever you are, close your eyes. Remember to have a steady breath. You expand the belly through the nose. And do so with a slow breath count of at least 4. And you exhale of at least 4 seconds. Take one more breath in, and then slowly roll back to center, unwrapping the legs, and maybe do a little bit swaying here, the feet from side to side, slowly, slowly. And then come back to center. Let's hug our knees again. And rocking, massaging that lower spine. And then release the feet to the ground. And try and see if you have a block, or you can obviously take a few pillows just to have a little bit more soft support. But we're going to try and do some supported bridge. So you can, like I said, use a book as well. But whatever you have available, you want to at least come up a few inches off the ground. So if you have a block or a book or pillows, basically want to take that block just under your sacrum, where last of the spine meets your glutes in between, and you want to squeeze, at least have the feet together, not too wide. Might want to touch the ankles if you can with your fingers. And you want to really open up the chest, having the hands just not passive but on the ground. Close the eyes. This is a good opener on the front, but also a good strengthening in the lower back. It's not too much for you. You can also take your arms above you, stretching out, having them quite close to your head, your ears, just to feel a little bit more of a body stretch, which includes your shoulders. So if your shoulders are tight here, you might feel a little bit too uncomfortable. So just keep them on the ground. Take 2 more breaths. Slowly in through the nose. And exhale through the nose. And then if you have the hands over you, take them down. And everyone from there, slowly rise up slightly. Take the block or whatever you have as support and roll yourself back to the ground. Just relax for a few seconds when your shoulders and back touching the ground. And slowly taking your knees to the side, push yourself up to a seated position. Where we're going to do some forward folds. We might want to be a little bit wary of, we'll just have some back strengthening. Don't want to use too much back here. So you want to bend, maybe your hamstrings are tight as well. Some bending, micro bending, and you can use the block or book or pillow just to sit on, just to get a little bit height. And we're taking our feet forward, legs forward, slightly stretching our toes, pointing our toes up. Breathing, taking a big lengthening of the arms. And as you sigh out, you just want to lean forward with the chest and stomach. And just letting the hands, like I said, you can bend the knees, letting the arms maybe drop. To the mat, but you don't want to dump in too much. You still want to feel that lengthening. Just close your eyes. And each exhale, maybe the gravity will assist you slowly taking the face and the chest closer to the knees. But again, do not force it. If you're feeling your legs maybe shaking too much, you're probably overdoing it, so just retract. Basically getting your mind to feel adjusted to this position, to what you're doing, without forcing it to go somewhere where it doesn't want to go. Take one more breath in. Sigh out. And next breath in, slowly gonna roll up to neutral position. Maybe taking that block or hook or pillow off and just come down, sitting tall again. And from here, we want to take our feet back again. We will take our left leg forward, taking our outside of our left hand. So we basically do a little lizard pose. But we're going to start by coming up on our toes, our right toes, just rocking a little bit back and forth. And then we're going to have a block or book again ready, have it close to us. taking the right knee down to the floor. And I want to see if you can take your elbows. Don't have to. You can still stay on the fingers actually. But you want to take your forehead to that block in the beginning. Just have some passive stretching here. So for some, it might be easy to actually take the elbows down, but you're still having your forehead on that block. Relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the legs. Maybe pushing that back leg a little bit further, making sure that you still have the hips are still aligned, nothing flexing out too much. From here, maybe if you want to, it's too easy for you, you can always take the block on the shorter side. Maybe remove it all together if you're feeling open and you want to come down with your forehead all the way to the ground. And it should be the effort without strain, too much strain. It's all about letting your body relax into a pose. And slowly on the next exhale, you kind of come up from the forehead, maybe taking that block just right from the side, and step back slowly with our left foot. And I'm going to slightly take it up, and then stepping with our knees to our left elbow. So see if you can get it in 45 degrees. If not, it's fine. And again, you want to be lying with hips should flare out to one side, facing your foot to foot, your ankle to ankle. And you want to sit tall. And slowly, so you could use a block again, or a pillow is quite good here. You can't come down the full left glute. And maybe in the beginning, you just want to stay on elbows. Before you're taking the hands down the floor. Relax into it. And taking the forehead to the floor as well. This is a good form of stretch, especially for runners, people being active with the legs a lot. Also an area where we keep a lot of tension, anxiety, stress. This is a good release. If you can close your hip down to that left foot. And then slowly on your next inhale, slowly gonna push up to your fingertips, back, sitting tall, and take your foot out, maybe do some circles, slowly feeling the blood coming back to your hips, so clockwise, anti-clockwise, just take it slow, and then take your left foot down, and stepping forward with your right foot to the outside of your right hand, and sway a little bit back and forth before you're taking that left knee to the ground. And have your book block ready again as we take that middle, and taking our forehead to the block, maybe still on your fingertips, maybe you're on your forehand, on your elbows, wherever you are, just try to relax. Making sure again that the hips are squared, not flaring out to one side. Your right knee is not, it's hugging towards your right elbow. Again, maybe you want to take it to the lower setting, your block the book. That's too much to stay on a higher setting. No one's judging you. It's your practice. It's your time. Take one more breath in. And then slowly come up, toes and your fingers, and taking that right leg back, and then push it across right knee on the right outside of the right elbow, making sure that you're again sitting squared hips, sitting tall. You might want to use the block or a pillow under beneath. If you can't, come down the whole way, and then take a breath in, lengthening, and as you breathe out, slowly taking the fingers, the elbows down to the mat, and just relaxing the jaw, shoulders. Maybe you're feeling more open this side. Maybe you're feeling more tight. It's all different. We all have a favorite side. Normally, a bit synchronous on that side. Doesn't matter. Just try to enjoy staying in this position for a few more breaths. Maybe you can take the fingers forward, maybe just staying where you are. Slowly take one more breath in, and as you breathe out, come up on your fingertips, slowly taking that foot back behind you, releasing whatever block or pillow you might have, and push that right knee, circle, opening up, getting the blood back. Slowly, not too fast, and then counterclockwise. And take both feet down to the floor. Maybe you want to have a glass of water. Just resetting before we continue. We're going to do one more pose before, or at least one more before Shavasana. So once again, use a block or a book or anything support, and take it in between your feet, your ankles, just to support. So if you've got some back problems here, I would probably take it easy, and that's what the block is for, really, to come up, but also not pushing too much forward. You want to protect the lower back, maybe activating the glutes. So take a right hand up, and as you breathe out, you want to take that to the block. And next one, left up, hand up, and see if you can take it back. So if this is enough for you, just stay here. You want to try on pushing your shoulder blades together. You don't have to drop the head back. It's enough just to do this. It's sort of kind of like a heart opener. And if just holding the block is too easy, you can always hold your feet. But that's going to be a little more harder, and it's probably going to push. Well, you usually do that, and you lose kind of the main thing about the pose and maybe the grip of it. So I recommend just to stay holding the block, still pushing the hips forward, so you don't want to dump into the block. Maybe you want to close your eyes. Might be quite hard, restricted the breathing here, especially if you put your head back. So just try, stay calm. Take one more breath in, and on your next exhale, slowly roll back to normal position. Taking the block away, sitting back on your feet, and before you go down, put our feet forward. Just going to sit on ankles, rolling them a little bit forward, back, side to side. And then taking our feet to the side. Before we finish off, We're going to do a happy baby. So what you want to do, what you could do if you don't want to do about happy baby, is just taking your knees and just grabbing them towards you. Still keeping your lower back on the floor. Otherwise, you're basically taking the inside, you're having the elbows on the inside of your knees, and then taking a grip on the outside of your feet. And you breathe in, and as you breathe out, I'm going to see if you can push those elbows and knees wide and slightly closer towards your shoulders. Maybe you want to rock a little bit side to side. This is a good hip opener, happy baby. So just relax your shoulders, back. And slowly come out, you happy baby. Taking your feet forward. And prepare yourself for Shavasana by maybe turning off the lights, wherever you are. Make it dark in the room. And turn the curtains in. If you want to use a bolster, if you don't have a bolster, or your pillows, use them as a support. Or you could use blankets, just keep your heat up. And then take yourself down to the mat. Taking your hands wide, feet wide. Relax into the ground. Release the shoulders. Release the arms. Have your palms facing up. Feeling the upper back touching the ground. The lower back. The glutes. Hamstring. Calves. And your feet resting on the ground. Your mind starts drifting. Slowly come back to your breath, maybe by counting. Let your breath count to 4 in and out. And slowly be aware of your physical body again. Get your fingers moving, maybe your toes, and circle, lay at your feet, circle your wrists, maybe rolling your head from side to side. And in stretching your arms up over your head for a full body stretch. And then in your own time, with your eyes still closed, take your knees towards your chest. I need it. Take your knees to the right, to the left, and slowly push yourself up into a seated position. Easy crossed legs, whatever comfortable position you find, sitting tall. Taking our hands in Mudra in a prayer position. And slowly opening your eyes. And again, I want to thank you for attending this class in these extraordinary times. And I hope you're feeling a little better, a little bit more relaxed, flexible in the last hour. And if you have any questions, just send them to me, make comments. And I thank you for attending. Drink lots of water afterwards as well, just to keep your body functioning.